Alright, detecting a train to pass or run ahead of another train. Number 1, engine 222 passes the number 323 engine at K, extra 594 south passes number 3 engine at 45K. And number 3, engine 45 at K. The trains run according to the rule designated to the point of the train to pass unless otherwise specified, with taking the siding of the permanent train to pass promptly. When interfering with the train receives an order for the pass, superiority right is confirmed with the run ahead with the train pass from the designated point. 2 extra 594 run north run ahead of the number 6 engine 711 at M to K. The first named train will, unless delayed, run ahead with the second named train between these designated points under example 1 and 2. When the train is delayed, receiving the authority to run ahead of the superiority train will allow the superiority to pass. The train dispatcher will notify that one of the inferior train were practicable with the superior train, and the first open forth of the superior train is allowed to pass because of the delay of the inferior train and or pass considered fulfilled. Outside the absolute block signal territory, the superior train must not exceed the authorized maximum speed and include speeding restrictions of the inferior train ahead until the order is fulfilled. And Form B is authorizing an inferior train to run ahead of the superior from the train outside the absolute block system, not be used for the same purpose can be accomplished by other forms of orders. Following Form B orders relieve inferior train ahead of the clearing of the superior train according to Rule 86 does not confer superiority upon inferior train nor relieve the preceding train from protecting as prescribed in Rule 99. Alright, the Form SSSC, given the right over the opposing train, number 1, engine 27 has the right over number 2, engine 28 at G2, the second name of the train reaches the point of the last name before the other arrives, as preceding the clearing of the time of the opposing train, rule required in Rule 79, single track Rule 89. Extra 37 now has the right over number 3, engine 39. F to C. The regular train must not leave the point last named until the extra has arrived unless authorized by the train order to do so. And under example 1 and 2, such orders give the right to the train first name over the train between the points of the name. If the train must at either of the designated points, but the first named train must take the siding unless otherwise prescribes. Example 1 and 2 may be modified in adding with the train holding main at the track at station with the inferior train has been directed with the train order to hold the main track at the last named station in Form SC orders. Such instruction apply only on the order that the train station is named. When a train order is given to the train right over the section of a schedule, all the following section must be included in that order. Extra 77 North has the right over number 97, engine 75, F to A, and wait at D until 10:20 a.m. for the number 97, engine 75. Extra 72 South has the right over extra 91 North at A to Z. Wait until N at 2:10 p.m. P 325 from the extra 91 North. Under example 3 and 4, the first named train not past the designated waiting before the time given unless second named train has arrived. The second named train must clear the time specified at the designated point's intermediate station not less than 5 minutes. Alright, 5. Extra 600 South has arrived over the extra 607. Extra 600 South has arrived right over extra 601 North A to M. Wait at F until 9:59 a.m. G at 9:39 a.m. and H at 10:55 a.m. for the extra. 601 North will not leave the M unless extra 601 North has arrived extra. 601 North had main track of the M ordered to the extra 601 at an M. Extra 600 South will take a siding not leaving the M unless extra 601 North has been between A and M and has arrived at M unless the order is annulled and provisions made further movement. The form as ordered will be used given the one extra right over the another extra to the form of the point immediate origination of the termination points of the both extra trains on substitute some subdivision. 6. Extra 600 South has the right over extra 601 North M to Z. Wait for P until 9:50 a.m. Q 9:45 and R 10:15 a.m. For Extra 601 North. Extra 6000 South has been authorized for A to Z. Received the order for the M. Extra 601 North has been authorized Z to A. Extra 601 North is advanced to M, and by use weight orders from Form SE. Extra 601 North must take the siding and not leave the M until Extra 600 South has arrived, and the order must specify. Alright, 7. Extra 601 North has the right over Extra 600 South, G to K, and wait at M until 9:30 and L at 9:55 a.m. for Extra 600 South, and Extra 600 South originates at K. Extra 601 North has been authorized Z to A, and Extra 600 South K to Z. When Extra 601 North is given the right over the Extra 600 South to X Z to K, in fact the Extra 600 South originates at X and must be stated in order. Extra 601 North has the right over Extra 600 South to P to G and wait until P until 9:45 a.m., 9 N at 10:30 a.m., 11 at 11:15 a.m. Extra 6 for Extra 600 South. Extra 601 North originates at P and terminates at G. Extra 600 South has arrived at A to Z. Extra 601 has authorized P to G. The fact that the first named extra train originates or terminates these immediate stations will be stated in the order. Extra 600 South has right over 601 North at G to P, and wait at G until 9:45 a.m., H at 9:15 a.m., and J 10:45 a.m. for the extra. 601 North, the extra, and 601 North originates at P and terminates at G. Alright, Extra 600 has the authorized for the A to Z. Extra 601 has been authorized P to G, and the fact that the second named extra originates for the P and terminates at G will be stated in order. When the right is given with the form SE order end of the signal track, any end of the single track to the point where the operation begins under the rules that governing opposing following movement. The train enters the engine block signal with the first named train. They proceed with the block signal indication. May proceed with the current of the traffic 2 or more tracks, but must not assign and leave the such territory unless second named track has arrived and authorized to do so by train order. Alright, Form D, given the right over the requiring clearance of another train in the same direction. Number 1, Engine 22 has the right over number 3, Engine 23, A to Z. Extra 21 South has the right over Extra 25 South A to Z and wait at A until 12:50 p.m., C at 1:10 p.m., and E at 1:20 p.m. These orders are given the right of the first name train over the train between the point named. The second name train must be keep the clear of the other required in Rule 86. Under example, the first name train must not pass the designated points before the times given. Number 82, Engine 125, Extra 155, North clear to number 160, Engine 175. Number 82 is the third class train. Number 160 is the second class train. Under this form, the third class train and the extra train are required to clear the second class train as prescribed in Rule 86. Alright, Form SE order, time orders. Number 2, Engine 33, wait until at H until 9:59 a.m. and for number 61, Engine 99. Number 2 must not leave H until 9:59 a.m. unless number 961 has arrived. If number 61 has arrived. If number 61 goes to H for number 2, and number 61 must be clear of 9:54 a.m. or 5 minutes before leaving time. If number 61 cannot go to H for number 2, clear according to the rule number 61 must clear at 9:54 a.m. at any station before reaching H where scheduled time number 2 is earlier than 9:59 a.m. Form E, time orders. Number 1, Engine 39, and number 3, Engine 47, wait at K until 9:59 a.m. N at 10:30 a.m. and Q at 10:55 a.m. etc. The trains must not pass the designated station before times given. The order example makes the time the number 1 and 3 and the K and L and M 9:59 a.m., N and O and P at 10:30 a.m., and Q at any station between Q and Z where the schedule is earlier than 10:55 a.m. Inferior trains must clear the later times in the same manner of the previously cleared schedules of number 1 and 3. Form F for sections. Engine 20 displays signals runs at first 1 to AZ. To be used with a number of the engine for which the use is displayed is unknown, but the file with the two with the both the signal order of examples. Engine 25 runs a second one as A to 1. Second and 1 engine 25 displays B and 2 for the engine 99. Engines 20, 25, and 99 run in the first and second and third 1 to A to Z. The intermediate section will be used. Engine 85 displays a signal and runs in the second 1 A to Z. Following the section, change the number accordingly. The engine name of the display signals runs directed with the following section. Taken with the A, he has the next higher section number. The drop intermediate section will be followed. Engine 85 will draw on second one from the A at H. Following the section, changing the number accordingly. The engine will be named and drop out of the H, and following section will take the next lower section number to substitute one engine for another. The section will be used. Engine 81 instead of engine 80. 25 engine 25 displays signals runs the second one to RFF R to Z. The second name engine will drop the out R and replace the first name engine. Following these sections, not to be addressed, the second name of the engine in the last is the last section. This word displaying signals and will be omitted. To pass one section by another will be used. Engines 99 and 25 reverse position as second and third 1 H to Z. Conductors, engineers of the train address for the engine train order signal section number the following sections, if any, not to be addressed. Engine section affected with these orders must have the copies and must arrange signals accordingly. To an annual section. A NOLA section for the signals have displayed over a subdivision any of the part of their no train is following the signals form K must be used when trains are running in sections. Responsibility for the following section passing the leading section of the same schedule without proper authority rests the leading section as well as the following section. Alright, G, extras trains. Engine 99 runs at A to F. Engine 99 runs passenger extra A to F. Unless made by superior train order, the extra train designated as passenger extra has no superior over the other extra trains and is not relieved of compliance with Rule 9993 other rules applicable to the extra trains. Alright, 3. Engine 99 runs the extra A to F and return to C. The extra must go to F before returning to C if the open office clearly must be secured before starting the return trip unless train order indicates proceed in both directions. Engine 77 runs extra A to Z while with right over all the trains. Wait and B until 9:15 K, F 9:45 G and 10:15 K, 10:45 and P 11:15. This order is very specified with the kind of extra train or trains with extras shall not have the right. The trains over the extras that is given the right must be cleared the train order of such extra as prescribed in Rule 86 and single track 89. The extra moving under this order must move in the yard limits as restricted speed. Work extras must be furnished in copies of orders issued under the example 4. Whether or not protecting against extra trains is direction of the work extra must be required to clear or protect by the use of this form SH. Example 2, which in case of the extra trains must not enter the working limits until the copy of such order is received. Unless otherwise provided, for example, the 1 and 2, 4 of the inclusive give the extra train no authority to occupy the main track of the originating term of the turning point. 5. Engine 99 runs extra to B to G. This order is annulled 7:10 p.m. The train receiving this order must, at the time specified, be clear of the main track, protect itself in both directions, and prescribed by Rule 99. After extra 55 south arrives at G, engine 69 runs extra G to B. This form will be used only where it's impracticable to issue a meet order of the first name train. The train authorized by this form ordered must known before leaving G. The first name train has arrived. All right, SH form SH work extra. Engine 292 works extra 6:45 until 5:45 p.m. between D and E. The time regular trains must clear and press prescribed is Rule 86 and single track Rule number 89. The work extra must, whether standing or moving, protect itself against extra trains within the working limits in both directions as prescribed in Rule 99 unless relieved as prescribed in the following example. Example 1 may be modified in adding 1A, not protecting against northward extra trains. Protecting against northward extra train is required, and following the words may be added if required until 12:30 p.m. Protecting against the northward extra is not required until 12:30 p.m. All right. Not protecting against extra trains. Protecting against extra trains is not required. Following words may be added if required until 1:30 p.m. Protection against extra trains is not required until 1:30 p.m. All right, 1C. Northwood extra train, except for the extra 173 North, wait at E until 3:45 p.m. for the work extra 292. Extra 173 North will wait E until 9:15 for the work extra 292. Northwood extra train name must leave at the point designated until the time specified unless the work extra has arrived and has identified the prescribed Rule 83. Protection against the specified northward extra train is not required until the time specified in order. The work extra must protect against the southward extra train. When work extra has been instructed in order, the protecting extra trains afterward is desired to have the clear of the track protect itself in a certain time against the designated extra. Order may be given in the following form. Work extra 292 clears or protects against extra 76 north and between D and E after 2:10 p.m. Protection against 76 is to be clear of the main track of the required 2:10 extra 716 must not enter the working limits before 2:10 p.m. will then run expect to find the work extra the main track of the protecting it is in order required. Or train dispatchers may authorize extra 76 north to enter the working limits under the flag protection at before 2:10 p.m. by the train order reading. Extra 76 north may enter the working limits for the work extra 292 before 2:10 under the protection prescribed in Rule 99. To enable the work extra to work upon the time of the regular train for the following form will be used. The work extra 292 protects the number 55 engine 99 or the class of trains between D and E. The work extra may work upon the time of the train and the tracks mentioned in order that must protect it against such train. The regular train of the train's receiving order will run accepting the finding of the work extra protecting itself. When working extra is given an exclusive right over the train, the following form will be used. The work extra 292 has the right over all trains between D and E at 3:45 until 5:45 p.m. This gives the work extra exclusive right between the point designated between the times specified. Alright, DH, work extra. Engine 229 works extra on blank track or blank tracks in 6:45 until 5:45 between D and E. The time regular trains must be cleared with the work extra, whether standing or moving, protecting itself with the working limits against extra trains moving with the current of the traffic or tracks named unless relieved until in use. Example 1A, 1B, and 1C shown in the figure form SH. Examples 1A, 1B, 1C, 2, and 3 shown in form SH may be used in combination with example 1 in form DH. When work extra is to be given with the extra right over all the trains, the following forms will be used. Work extra 292 has the right over all the trains blank of the track or tracks between D and E with the 401 until 5:45 p.m. They give the work extra exclusive right for the track or the tracks mentioned between the points designated between the times and specified when the desire to move the train against the current of the traffic. The working limits provisions must be made for the protection of such movement. SH and DH work orders. SH and DH form work extras. Working limits should be as short as practical to be changed with the progress of work may be required. Work extras must be clear of the main track of all the trains possible as practical. Work extras must be clear of the main track for all trains as promptly as practicable. Whenever the extra trains run over the working limits, they must be given a copy of the working order. Shall the work order instruct the work extra not protect against the extra trains in both their directions. One or both directions, extra trains must protect against the work extra. If the other indicates the work extra protecting it against other trains, such other trains will run accepting the find the work extra protecting itself. Example the form SH and example 1 of form DH confirm the no authority work extra occupying the main track between the no switches either than points designated working limited time of the work extra must not be extended, but the former order must be annulled in another issue. Alright, J. Form J, holding orders. Hold number 2 at engine 45 blank. Hold all northward trains. This order will be addressed to the operator acknowledgement in usual manner. The train has been so held that it must not proceed until the order is annulled. An order given with the operator informed train may go. The order was annulled. The form train may go is issued. All orders will be delivered with the conductor engineer of the train with a clearance. Form J will be used only when necessary to hold the train in an emergency, not provided but for other forms of orders. Form J must not be used in restricting orders or advancing inferior trains against superior trains. So it's only an emergency. K. Annulling schedule and section. Number 1, due to leave the A October 29th, annulled A to Z. Section 5, due to leave E October 29th, annulled E to Z. And 3, number 1, due to leave A October 29th, arrived at G and is annulled at G to Z. The schedule section annulled becomes voided between the points designated cannot be restored. Example 3 will not be issued until number 1 it actually arrived at G. For K will not be combined with other frames of the order. The K for form K, once issued, the conductor and engineer continued in effect, although the schedule section number of the running order of the trains are changed. All right, L. Annulling an order. Order number 10 is annulled. The forms L must order number 10 is annulled. The forms L must be transmitted to the train dispatcher, repeating the manner prescribed the same in the other forms of the order. They must be copied of the face and order annulled. Whenever delivering the order, the train is not recorded. The annulling train will be addressed to the operator, who will destroy the copies of the order annulled, except for his own right on that, annulled and by an order. If in the form L is addressed with the train, such trains must have the copy of the order annulled. An order which is annulled must not be reissued until under its original number. Alright, Form N, annulling part of an order. The part of the order number 10, reading number 1, engine 52, meeting second 4, engine 551 at C is annulled. The part order number 15, reading extra 600 south will now leave M unless extra 601 has arrived annulled. This will number 2. There's part of order number 20, reading number 3 for engine 47 and until 10:30 a.m. and 10:55 is annulled. And 4. The part of the order of the number 25, reading the work extra 292, protecting against the extra chain, and it's until 138 is annulled. The form M will be used only when part of the order is not annulled and clear in wording. And it's clear in its wording. All right, Form N, calling in on order, moving extra 798 north on the main track until 11:01 a.m. The order address the operator will use when it is desired to move an approaching train on the main track where the train is to be advanced against a superior train or trains. See Rule 221A. The operator received the order displaying call-on indication train order signal. The train dispatcher will specify the time on safely approaching the train moving on the main track of the train orders. If the train has not arrived before the specified train, operator will restore the signal and display the proper indication, notifying the train dispatcher. All right, Form P. Superseding an order of the part of the order, there's an order will give an address in the prescribed forms of the word instead of number 1 and 55. Instead of blank. Number 1, engine 52 must meet second 4, engine 51 at B instead of C. Number 1, engine 22 passing number 3, engine 33 at H instead of K. Actually, 37 has the right over number 3 and engine 39 F to A instead of C. And number 1 instead of the engine number 9 displays signal run as first 3 to A to Z. Alright, an order has been superseded but not be reissued under the original number. The superseding order must not be used in changing the meaning of the form SA. Ordered made more than once. The train orders issued for the form SA and B and SC and D and the form F. Example 7 only may be superseded, or other forms must not be superseded except for the form P. For example 4 may be used to change engine numbers of a section. For example 3 must be used extended with the right conferred. When the interior train has been directed by the train order to hold the main track at the meeting point with a superior train, such instructions apply only at the order in the train station named. Alright, Form Q, timetable receipt, acceptance of the order, acknowledgement of receipt of blank division, timetable number of blank, effective blank, M, and blank month, and M blank 1999. Provided with the movement across Form DR, providing movement against the current of the traffic. Number 1, engine 22 has the right over opposing trains on blank track C and F. No, extra 600 has the right over the opposing trains on blank track H, J, junction M, B crossover. After number 3, engine 7's E8 arrives at crossover number 2 at K. Number 2, engine 30 has the right over opposing trains on blank track, crosses over number 2 at K until crosses over number 1 at H. Under example 3, the train to be moved against the current of the traffic must not leave the first named station until the arrival of the first named train. Under example 1, 2, and 3, the designated train must use the track specified between the points of the name of the right over the opposing train with work extras of the track between those points. Opposing the train must not leave the points with the last name of the designated train. The work extra working limits within the territory include the Form DR. The order may be copied to such order issued under the provision of Rule 216C. Must clear the main track with the trains in order are due to leave the first named station protected with the described in Rules 99. A train moving against the current of the traffic must not leave the station in advance and schedule leaving time, except with the Rules 450 and Rule 5453, exclusive apply of the inferior trains between the points named, moving in the current of the traffic same direction. Designated train must, when impracticable, receive the copy of the order may have the proceed on the schedule rights. A train must not be moved against the current of traffic until the traffic on which the run has been cleared of opposing the train, until the work extras, if any, have received a Form DR, providing movement against currents of the traffic. Form DS, providing use of the selection of two or more tracks in a single as a single track. Blank track will be used as a single track between F and G, but the desired limit of the time for such use is added in 101 into 3:01 p.m. All trains must use the track numbered between the points designated with the governing rules and signal tracks. Train must run against the current of the traffic, the name with the clear of the track at the expiration of the time specified is protected by the described in Rule 99. B. Check of the trains. Regular blank for class the trains due C or before 6:50 a.m. have passed or arrived or left or arrived and left, and as required, this may be modified adding substance number 1 and engine number 9. Number 2, extra 600 south has arrived or passed or left. Form W, to avoid stopping trains to the register for clearance. Blank will not register requiring clearance blank if the train order signal indicates proceed. Form X, speed restriction, other restrictive. Reduce speed to 10 miles an hour over the bridge at 1365 mile post at 136 pole, 25 miles an hour over the south siding switch of the C, 15 miles an hour at mile post 245 to mile post 247 on the pole 25 passenger train, 50 miles an hour front trains, 40 miles an hour mile post 275 pole 10, mile post 281 pole 20 may be modified in 7:01 a.m. until 4:01 p.m. 25 cars on the BH siding of the 10 occupied outfit cars on the house track on the G South siding switch to K cannot be used. Alright, both train dispatchers operators must tabulate as above. For example, we use the speed of restriction. For example, the 2, the unusual condition. Form X trains orders may be annulled and reissued. Each of A consolidated with the practicability locations designated consent. Secondly, each of the subdivision. Form X orders unless annulled must be retained and observed during the continuous trip of the tour of duty. Alright, Form Y, protection orders. Southward trains except for the number 47 and wait until 10:15 a.m. This order relieves the number 47 protecting in its rear against the southward trains until the time specified in that order. 2. Southward extra trains wait until 10:15 a.m. This order relieves the regular train receiving the order from the protecting rear of the train against the southward extra trains until time specified in that order. Northward extra trains except for the 2 extra 307 3017 3025 north wait at Z until 10:50 p.m. Extra 307 3107 north wait until Z until 6:10 p.m. North Edward extra trains except for the 3 extra 1783 3017 3025 north wait until at U until 11:50 p.m. Extra 783 north has left U. As left U, extra 3017 north will wait at U until 7:10 p.m. Explanation of example 3. For extra 783 north is authorized Z to A, has left Z and passed at U and at 5:01 p.m. Extra 3017 north of the freight train is expected with the leave Z at 6:10 p.m. Extra 305 north is leave Z at 4:30 p.m. with the local work to do. Extra 3025 north is required to protect against the northward extra except as specified in order. Extra 3017 north must not leave Z until 6:10 p.m. and until U until 7:10 p.m. and other northward extra trains except for the 1783 and 3025 north must not leave Z until 10:50 p.m. until 11:50 p.m. Form Y orders must not be combined with other orders, and train orders must not be issued with protect rear passenger trains to include any part of the limits of the work extra. Do not authorize train movements in the opposite direction. Will be used only on subdivision when the authorized by special instruction trained dispatcher will not authorize movement of the following extra training of the intermediate station until expiration of the designated time stated in such order. That's your protection orders. So it's only one direction, and there's for certain. So taking signal services, effective time, the day, absolute block service, temporary discontinued for single numbered blank at station and single numbered blank at station being governed by the rule 356. Effective time of day, absolute block system operating block signals discontinued for single number at the station at single number at the station be governed by rule 356. Order number blank is annulled. Automatic block signal is restored into service. Order number blank is annulled. Automatic block service is operating by block signal restored to service. Examples will be used in example 1 will be used in discontinuing automatic block system signals. Example 2 will be used in discontinuing automatic block signal and operation by block signals. Example 3 and 4 will be used if restoration is made. All right, your block signal interlocking rules. Block signal interlocking signals indicating the rules 218 through 292A inclusive. As specs are shown with the position of Cephmore arms and lights and position lights and flashing lights are a combination of the color, position, flashing light, shape of the Cephmore arms, and it has no significance. Block and interlocking signals are as far as practical are located at the right end of the adjacent and directly above the track, which they are governed to display the indication viewed by the approaching train and engine. When it is not practical to locate the signal to the right of the or directly above the track, which they govern to the signal may be bracketed located on one of the supporting masts displaying the indication of the two-track right-hand signal governing the right hand of the track, left-hand signals on the left-hand track. When the track intervenes between the signal and the track governed in the bracket with or without blue light or at night and will be placed on the right of the signal. Low signals, commonly called dwarf signals, will be used to display same aspects, indication single or mass signal aspects illustrated with the figures shown in these rules for convenience show in both color and Cephmore aspects. Signals may be displayed either in color light aspect alone and Cephmore's in addition to the color lights. Alright, if you refer to the test that I put on Quick Key, you'll see that a green with a 90-degree arm and a perpendicular and a red arm like horizontal, and a green arm with a horizontal red arm and a green arm with a horizontal two horizontal red arms is clear. If you have a 45-degree angle yellow with a green vertical, it's and two yellows with a 45 and a yellow flashing signal. Your cab signal aspects are yellow and green. Approach medium. Refer to my other tests or other American signals to read about that.